Rouse High School in beautiful Leander, Texas, where the Rouse Raiders and the Eastview Patriots start off District 19 5A play. Right now, the PA announcer is running through the starting lineup for the Eastview Patriots. We'll tune into that.
Your designated hitter, number 16, Ryan Bailey. Right fielder, number 7, Dylan Shelton. At second base, number 11, Parker Namkin. At third base, number 5, Noah Reyes. In center field, number 10, Grayson Rizak. In left field, number 1, AJ Mays. And the rest of the Eastview Patriots.
That there is your Eastview Patriot baseball team.
And for your Rouse Raiders, leading off.
That's your PA, Michael Francis. He's also going to be doing color commentary for us this evening as the Rouse Raiders kick off District 19 5A. Here are the Rouse lineups. Line up.
In right field and batting third, number 55, Dalton Porter. Behind the plate, number 1, Cody Vanoy. At first base, number 23, Jared Southern. In left field, number 14, Cody Kelch. At short, number 11, Robbie Ramos. Designated hitter, number 4, Patrick Sosa. In center field, number 22, Jameson Slater. Your starting pitcher tonight, number 10, Hayden Thomas. And the rest of the Rouse Raiders.
And that, of course, your starting lineups from the PA and our color analyst tonight. That is going to be Michael Francis.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and wave your hats as we honor America and those who serve in our armed forces around the globe.
Rouse High School in beautiful Leander, Texas, where the Rouse Raiders and the Eastview Patriots start off District 19 5A play. Right now, the PA announcer is running through the starting lineup for the Eastview Patriots. We'll tune into that.
Your designated hitter, number 16, Ryan Bailey. Right fielder, number 7, Dylan Shelton. At second base, number 11, Parker Namkin. At third base, number 5, Noah Reyes. In center field, number 10, Grayson Rizak. In left field, number 1, AJ Mays. And the rest of the Eastview Patriots.
That there is your Eastview Patriot baseball team.
Rouse Raiders. Leading off.
That's your PA, Michael Francis. He's also going to be doing color commentary for us this evening as the Rouse Raiders kick off District 19-5A. Here are the Rouse lineups.
Base, number 9,
Line up.
Let's play ball.
That was a beautiful rendition of the anthem there, and we're going to get started here. We didn't really have a whole lot of time for pregame, Michael, but that is because first game, District 19-5A. I'd done some research. We had talked about it pregame. There's all kinds of records for every team. Some teams on one service are 11-2, but then you look somewhere else and they're 1-2, and then there are teams that they didn't get to play a whole lot of games because of weather.
Right.
One thing that I drew from the research is that 19-5A is pretty salty. You had mentioned Rouse is ranked 19 in 5A here in the state. Cedar Park, although their record according to the Statesman is 4-4, they were a regional qualifier last year, and they have talent. They're going to come ready to play. Bastrop, according to the Statesman, is 11-2, which is pretty impressive. Throw in, Eastview tonight, Cedar Creek, Elgin, which we don't know anything about. I've seen Hutto play. They've got some hitters.
Right.
They're going to be in games where it's 10-8 and 7-6, and so they're going to battle. And then, of course, Conley's playing pretty well as well. So those 4 playoff spots in 19-5A are coming at a premium.
Definitely are. 19-5A is always a tough district to play in. Georgetown, Rouse, Cedar Park, Hutto. I mean, these guys they're just top-notch players. And so we're excited about what this season brings. And second season for Coach Chad Crampine, head coach of the Rouse Raiders. He has really transformed this program coming from a winless district just 2 years ago.
Yeah, he really did turn the program around. And there's really no excuse not to have a pretty good baseball program here in Central Texas. In fact, almost every high school in this area has a pretty good baseball program. So you got your work cut out for you when you're playing here. We're going to get started here, top of the first inning. First up to bat for Eastview is Stefan Reyes. On the mound for Rouse is Thomas.
Hayden Thomas on the mound for the Raiders.
That first delivery, I didn't see what
Ball
he called.
one.
Ball. So there's a couple of balls. First 2 pitches to Reyes. Thomas trying to just find that location here early. 2-0 delivery now from Thomas to Reyes. On the outside corner, Reyes took a big swing, but he couldn't catch up to that one. A little bit of mustard on that.
Yeah, Hayden Thomas has got an excellent fastball.
He showed it there, grabbed the outside corner. 2-1 delivery here from Thomas. Right down the pipe and breaking inside. That's a tough one to hit. Even if you swing the bat, you're on your knuckles there. So the count's now even at 2 for Thomas against Reyes. He starts his windup, delivers. It's hit as a chopper to the second baseman, who makes it an easy play over to first. And that's going to be, you know the team a little better than I do at this point.
That's going to be Hempel to Southard.
Hempel to Southard.
And that'll go 4-1 on the putout.
And so up to the plate now for Eastview, number 2, Jalen Camarillo.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 2, Jalen Camarillo.
And so Camarillo steps in. He's a right-handed hitter. Nobody on. Thomas begins the windup, delivers the first pitch right on the inside corner for a strike. Camarillo taking that first delivery, and why not? He threw a couple of balls to the first hitter he faced. He's going right after Camarillo here, 0-1 count. Thomas starts the windup, delivers. It's chopped to the shortstop, 1 hop. Nice snag and throw, and a great job by Southard to stay on the bag. Southard's a tall kid, but he's not quite that tall.
Yeah, that throw sailed high from Robbie Ramos, and Jared Southard keeping his toe planted on the bag with the extended reach to get the out. That'll go 6-1 on the putout.
And so coming up now is Juan Sanchez.
6-3, sorry.
It's Juan Sanchez for Eastview, the number 3 batter. Bases are empty.
21, Juan Sanchez.
First delivery's in for a strike. So quickly, Thomas getting after Sanchez here. He's starting to feel a little bit of a groove. He's starting to get to where he's dealing those pitches pretty quickly. 0-1 delivery is in for a strike, and he's not going to waste very many pitches, doesn't look like.
No, Hayden Thomas came off of a complete game victory last week versus Dripping Springs.
Pitch number 3 is in for a strike, and he sits down Eastview in order. And we'll move to the bottom of the first inning, and we're going to remain scoreless as we go into that half inning. Let's see here. I'll update the scoreboard. So as we mentioned, the batting order for the Rouse Raiders is going to start off with Hempel, followed by Diaz, and then
Dalton
Porter, and then batting in the cleanup spot
is Cody Vanoy.
Cody Vanoy.
And he's the catcher, number 1, Cody Vanoy. Cody is committed to UT Rio Grande Valley for next season.
Nice. You always like to see when kids are able to turn their ability and work ethic mostly, because, you know, no matter how talented you are, if you don't get out here and work at it, you're not going to be good enough to play college ball. There's just too many kids who want to play.
Right. It's a dog-eat-dog world. You know, when we started this road back years ago, when the boys first started playing Little League, the one thing that they explained to us was that less than 1% of all the children that begin playing baseball at that level ever make it to the college level.
Yeah, and it's even more minuscule than less than 1%. They just say that because it's easier to say than what the decimal places it would take, because it is not an easy thing to attain, and whether it doesn't matter the sport, but especially in a sport like baseball. So on the mound for Eastview here tonight, we have Stefan Reyes. He also batted leadoff. You know, you see a lot of that where the pitchers are pretty good hitters here in high school.
Right.
And a lot of that's because of all of the work that they're putting in. You know, you mentioned that they played together since they were young. Well, and that's the other thing. They've played against a lot of these kids, you know, even here with these kids in Georgetown all the time growing up in tournaments all over the state as well as in the area. So on the mound now, Reyes, he's a little bit of a conference with some of his infielders before he gets started.
Number 2, Nick Hempel.
So Hempel steps into the batter's box for the Raiders to face Stefan Reyes. Eastview wearing red jerseys and white pants with red stripes, looking quite Cincinnati Red-like.
They do. That's exactly what I was thinking when I came in. That's some bright red on them. Nick Hempel coming off an excellent weekend in the Syntex tournament. Takes strike 1.
Yeah, that one there caught the outside corner. He just kind of looked like Hempel's trying to size him up. Let's see what he does here with the second delivery from Reyes. Reyes starts his windup coming from that left side, catches the outside corner, and Hempel was looking at that one as well, and he's down 0-2 now. He's going to have to protect that plate.
Reyes drops that breaking ball on that outside corner.
Yeah, he's got some movement on that pitch. It's not coming really fast, but it doesn't have to when it moves like that. 0-2 delivery. A little bit low.
Fastball misses low.
1-2 is the count now to Hempel. Hempel looking to start this thing off for the Raiders here early in 19-5A. First at bat of district play 2018. That delivery's outside for a ball. Count even at 2 as Hempel works it back up to a more favorable count for a hitter. Pitcher still got that one pitch. He's going to probably keep it away from Hempel based on what he's done recently. Here's the delivery. Chop foul by Hempel down near third base. Stays alive. Count remains 2-2.
Hempel has really improved over the past couple of weeks in the box. He went over for quite a while. In this last tournament, he broke loose and really hit well.
You don't get to bat leadoff unless you're hitting the ball pretty well. That one chopped foul So the count will remain 2-2. And, that just goes to show the confidence that Coach has in Hempel to be able to put him there at the top of the order.
Right. Well, I know that Coach Crampine definitely had some frustration as the Raiders went down to Laredo and then came back and played in the LISD tournament and just wasn't seeing what he really wanted to see. A lot of it had to do with
that pitch outside, run the count full.
With the inclement weather that all the teams have had to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And so with this past weekend, better weather, he moved things around and had more competition between his kids, and they've really stepped up.
Payoff pitch. Big cut from Hempel, and he goes down swinging. First out of the bottom of the first for the Rouse Raiders. Coming up now will be Caleb Diaz.
Now batting for your Rouse Raiders, number 9, Caleb Diaz.
So Diaz steps up with nobody on here early in tonight's ball game.
Caleb really sees the ball well. He is, I would say, probably the most productive hitter that Rouse has had in any situation. He sees the ball well out of the pitcher's hand.
Well, that one was a little bit high and outside, and he knew better than to swing there. 1-0 count now from Reyes. Low and inside, and like you said, Caleb staying off of those pitches outside the strike zone.
He doesn't strike out very often. He's a very heads-up, heady player, and when he's in the box, he makes good use of his strikes.
Here's the delivery, right down the pipe for the first strike. Rather, it's 2-1 count now to Diaz. Reyes working pretty well on the mound. He's a little slower than Thomas was for Rouse, but he is working fairly quickly. That pitch driven foul by Diaz, and so we have still a 2-2 count here with 1 out, no runners on, and we're scoreless here. 19-5A baseball. That's Texas 5A baseball. Some of the best baseball you'll see at the high school level. So 2-2 delivery here from Reyes. Inside, fought off by Diaz. That one was coming inside, probably going to be a ball, but he wasn't going to take a chance on it grabbing that front corner, and he took a swing and chopped it foul.
Right, yeah, if it's anywhere close with a 2-2 count, he's going to be swinging.
And so the count will remain at 2-2. Reyes starts his windup. There's the pitch, and it's outside for a ball. We have a full count now. Reyes hoping against hope that Diaz would chase that one outside, and he put it just enough outside that Diaz didn't even flinch. Full count here. Reyes starts his delivery. Here's the pitch. Driven high and kind of curving foul in playable territory and caught by the right fielder. That's number 7, A.J. Mays, with the play for Eastview, and that'll be the second out for the Rouse Raiders. Coming to the plate now is Dalton Porter for Rouse.
That would be Dylan Shelton.
Shelton.
Right fielder.
Right fielder was Shelton. I had that name incorrect. Yeah, I see that now. I looked at his position and not his number there. All righty, so 2 outs.
Now batting for your Raiders, number 55.
So Porter at the plate. First pitch high. That's a little, I wouldn't even call that chin music. That's top of the head music there.
Yeah, right.
Porter ducks out of the way. It's a 1-0 count. That one looked like it just got a little bit away from Reyes. And maybe he didn't like how close Porter is to the plate there. 1-0 delivery. Outside for a ball. Hoping he'd chase it, and he doesn't. Good eye from the hitter there. 2-0 is your count with 2 outs.
Porter has a very, very hard swing and can hit with power from the left side.
And you can tell Reyes must know that because he's staying anywhere but the strike zone on this at-bat. It's a 3-0 count here quickly as Porter looking to potentially be the first base runner for Rouse here in 19-5A play. 3-0 delivery, and he is. He'll take a walk. And good hustle down the line by Porter, and we'll bring up the cleanup hitter And let's see here who we got.
That's Jared Southard.
Southard coming up, had a nice play to stay on the bag and get it out there in the first inning.
Now batting. Cody Vanoy.
Oh, that's right. It's Vanoy. Southern's on
Southard
deck.
was on his way over.
Yeah, he
there.
just went to go grab the bat. Looks like.
Yeah, we both got tricked by that.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes coaches are a lot like doctors in their writing skills, and sometimes the rosters they give you are a little difficult to read.
One.
So.
Right. Now Vanoy, he's another power hitter for Rouse. He's one of 4 or 5 kids that can easily send this over the fence.
And advancing on the pass ball is number 55, Porter. So now Rouse has a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs and an opportunity for the cleanup hitter Vanoy to really open this game up early, get the run scoring started. That pitch outside, catcher able to get a hold of it quickly and hold Porter at second. So, you know, Reyes doesn't seem to be that concerned with Porter in his windup. He didn't even glance back in that windup. That pitch outside for a ball, and now we're looking at a 3-0 count to the cleanup hitter Vanoy.
Reyes really struggling to find the zone right now in these last 2 batters.
Yeah, just the last 2 at bats. He looked like he was doing okay before that. He's starting his windup here, 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle, and they're going to say it was inside for a ball, and that'll be a walk. So that's 2 walks in a row on essentially 8 pitches. Coming up to the plate now will be Jared Southard, and if you're Rouse, you kind of like having 2 men on with Southard coming up to the plate.
Eastview calls timeout to go talk to Reyes and see if they can kind of calm him down. Don't know if maybe it's just first district game jitters. I mean, this is when it counts. So this is when these kids start really getting nervous. You know, you're beyond tournament play and the relaxed atmosphere of that, where those games really don't count toward anything other than getting better and knocking the rust off, to coming into a game situation where it means something. Now it counts.
Yeah, and each mistake is that much more magnified. And you can dig yourself into quite a big hole early in district play, and so both of these teams wanting to avoid that. So Reyes will remain the pitcher for Eastview to face Southern here with 2 outs and runners on first and second base.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 23, Jared Southern.
Southern, a pretty good prospect himself here on the Raiders roster. First pitch to Southern outside.
Southern, one of 2 Longhorn commits, Dalton Porter being the other one at second base right now.
Yeah, you know you're a pretty good ball player when the Longhorns come calling. That pitch is outside, and the runners will advance. Both runners now in scoring position at second and third. Southern just steps out of the box. Didn't even have any interest in that pitch at all.
Courtesy runner Ethan Moore.
So we have a courtesy runner in, Ethan Moore. Southern looking to try to drive in a couple of runs here early. 1-0 count from Reyes. Here's the pitch in the dirt for a ball. Southern holds the runner back at third with the signal. That's Porter over on third. So we have a 2-0 count here, or 3-0 count rather, to Southern with 2 outs. And, you know, that's an open base over there. I don't know that Reyes really wants to throw him a strike here. And he doesn't. It's outside for a ball. And, you know, might have been the wisest move for Reyes, but who's he got coming up? That's the key.
Now, Cody Kelch is coming up, and this kid can really swing a bat.
And there you go. That's the problem. You protect him with another guy.
He jumps. He loves the first pitch. He likes to jump on the first pitch, but this kid can hit with power. His bat speed against Leander with the pro scouts came in at 106.
Nice. You know they like that. So the first pitch he took for a strike there. You want to?
Now batting for the Raiders, Cody Kelch.
So with a 0-1 count, Kelch facing down Reyes, bases loaded here, 2 outs. Big pitch here. Inside, gets by the catcher, and that'll score a run as Porter comes across. for the Raiders, and they take an early lead now. Runners on second and third. And
that's the thing with the Raiders. The Raiders can put some runs on you really quickly.
Well, and you know, as we said, you can dig yourself into a little bit of a hole, and that's kind of what Reyes did there with that pitch, trying to pitch around the hitter. Second 2-1 count is in for a strike, and so Kelch was taken on that one. He's got a 2-2 count now here. He'll be protecting the plate with 2 outs. 1 run across here. That pitch outside for a ball. Kelch wanted to swing, but backed off. And that's pretty good eye. It was outside and low, and so the count's full now with 2 outs. So we have a payoff pitch here with 2 outs. Runners in scoring position for the Raiders. Here's the delivery outside for a ball, and they put Kelch on first. The bases are loaded again.
Yeah, that is the 4th consecutive walk by Reyes.
Kelch catches a little bit of talking to from the – oh, wait, that was ball 3, it looks like. So the scoreboard was wrong up there.
The scoreboard was wrong. All right.
Yeah, now we got a full count with 2 outs for Kelch. He gets another chance here. He drives that one foul to stay alive. That was a pretty good pitch by Reyes outside and on that little bit chest high on the outside corner, and Kelch fought it off.
And Cody, he won't hesitate to pull the pin. He'll definitely take a chop.
Well, here's a payoff delivery, and Kelch goes down swinging, but Rouse finishes with a 1-0 lead here in the first, and we'll move to the second inning here of Rouse Raider baseball. I'm Chuck Kracy with Michael Francis. You're listening to SHN Sports. We'll be right back.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Welcome back, everyone, to Rouse High School. I'm Chuck Kracy here with Michael Francis and the Rouse Raider Nation, listening in to the first game of District 19-5A, where the Rouse Raiders have taken an early 1-0 lead over the visiting Eastview Patriots. You know, so far on the mound for Rouse, we've had a pretty good outing from the starting pitcher, Thomas. He faced 3 batters in the first inning, and so we'll see if he can keep up that kind of torrid pace, because that'll get you a lot of wins quickly if your pitching is like that.
Due up for Eastview, Drake Rodriguez, Ryan Bailey, and Parker Namkin.
Okay. So Rodriguez up to the plate now to face Thomas, and of course, first bat here in the top of the second rather. First pitch inside and low for a ball from Thomas. He didn't throw too many of those in the first inning. Let's see.
He faced his first batter. His first 2 pitches went for balls.
Yeah, and then after that, he was just all over the plate. That pitch there was a beautiful pitch. Big bend on it, forcing the hitter to foul it off, running the count even at 1. And right now we got up to the plate. We said it was Rodriguez, correct? Number 9.
Yes, Drake Rodriguez.
1-1 delivery to Rodriguez.
Well, he couldn't catch up to that fastball.
No, it was a big cut. He's got the Samson hair, but couldn't quite catch that fastball. So 1-2 delivery now from Thomas facing Rodriguez. Here's the pitch. Nice framing by the catcher, but they're going to say it was outside a little bit high. 2-2 count now to Rodriguez. Thomas looking for that signal from his catcher. Starts his windup. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul down the third base side, so we'll stay even on the count at 2. Thomas doing some good work on the mound here. Rodriguez having a decent at bat, so we got a little bit of a battle going here in the top of the second inning. Thomas starts his windup, 2-2 delivery. Here's the pitch. Inside and strikes him out, sits him down. Rodriguez wasn't going to go down without a swing, but nice pitch by Thomas on that inside corner. And I kind of caught a little bit of a breeze from that swing. Right. He was swinging for the fence.
That's definitely a good hack on that inside pitch, but it was a breezy hack.
Yeah, it was good placement there by the pitcher, Thomas.
Now batting number 16, Ryan Bailey.
So Bailey up to bat now for the Eastview Patriots. First pitch from Thomas coming right down the pipe, and he fouls it off near the home dugout. A little bit behind it and high. 0-1 count now with 1 out here in the top of the second. Thomas wasting no time on the mound, delivers a 0-1 pitch right down the middle, and it's an 0-2 count just like that. Thomas must have a date. He's in a hurry.
working quickly. He doesn't take a lot of time on the mound. He likes to get things done. He's very selective with his pitches and keeps his pitch count low.
That'll help you get a lot of complete games. And you mentioned he just came off one. 0-2 delivery there. That pitch a little bit outside, so we got a 1-2 count now.
Had a complete game win versus Dripping Springs.
Yeah, that's a good baseball club right there. You beat Dripping Springs on any given day, and you've done something pretty well there. 1-2 delivery now from Thomas. Outside for a ball. That's a pretty good eye by the hitter there, Bailey. He's been able to run the count even now at 2. So with a 2-2 pitch now from Thomas, here's the pitch. Gets him looking. That was a beautiful pitch from Thomas there. He just froze the hitter. So up to the plate now for Eastview is Parker Namkin. Namkin into the box. He's a right-handed hitter to face Thomas. First delivery, he's swinging hard and missing. Nice drop on that pitch. He took a little bit off of that fastball, not too much. 0-1 delivery now from Thomas. Again, wasting no time on the mound. That one broke and kind of hung, and it got hit foul, just out of play. Good effort by the 3 Rouse players as they all jump over the fence at the same time. Ball clearly out of play, but good effort. They're showing they're going to go all the way to the fence and as high as they can to get any ball.
Right, and Namkin down in an 0-2 count already.
Yeah, Thomas wasting no time. As they say, he's on the mound dealing right now. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That was a nice pitch, just hung up a little bit high. It's a 1-2 count.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to go back with the curveball, but it didn't break as much. It stayed up high.
Yeah, it didn't as much as he wanted it to. Namkin able to lay off of it. 1-2 count now to Namkin. Here's the delivery inside and gets him swinging for another strikeout. And Thomas is just, as I said, he's dealing. And we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Welcome back to Rouse High School here, where the Rouse Raiders lead the Eastview Patriots 1-0 in this early 19-5A matchup. Reyes looks like he's going to stay on the mound for Eastview. He worked the bases loaded a couple of times, only gave up a run on a passed ball, so he didn't really give up a whole lot of hits, but he did walk quite a few guys and give the Raiders base runners, and they were able to capitalize to the tune of 1 run. So we'll head to the bottom of the second here and see if they can add some more to that lead.
Due up for the Raiders in the bottom of the second, Robbie Ramos, Patrick Sosa, and Hayden Thomas.
So coming up first, Robbie
Ramos.
Ramos. Okay, yeah. We got Ramos. Yeah.
It's Ramos, Sosa, and Thomas.
Yeah, this as the press box gets darker, I see less.
Right.
So Ramos, Sosa, and then the pitcher Thomas coming up for the Rouse Raiders. And Ramos first, he's stepping in for his first 19-5A at bat.
Leading off for your Rouse Raiders, number 11, Robbie Ramos.
So Reyes starts his windup against Ramos. First pitch on that outside corner for a strike. And Reyes must have gotten a little bit of a talking to there in the last half inning, and it seems to be calm now. 0-1 pitch. Driven up. Oh, off of Reyes' glove. He had an opportunity to make the play. Good hustle down the line for Ramos, and we have a base runner there, and likely an error, but Rouse with a base runner here, no outs.
I don't know that you credit the pitcher
It
with
was
the error, or if you're going to get the second baseman for.
I personally would not be able to field that ball, so I wouldn't call that an error. I'd call that a base hit, but a lot of scorers will call that an error.
Now batting for your Rouse Raiders, number 4, Patrick Sosa.
So we'll see here. Sosa getting ready to try to play a little bit of small ball, trying to lay down a bunt, but it goes foul for a strike there. 0-1 the count now against Reyes.
So this official score gave it an E4 as the second baseman tried to field the ball with his hand.
That could have been an error as well, because he was forced into a play there, a throw. It would have been rushed regardless, but two opportunities. Regardless, it's a base runner for Rouse, and that's what you like to see from the Raiders. And work him around to a scoring position here with Sosa, hopefully with just a base hit. He lays down a bunt. It floats, goes foul on the right side. It almost could have been caught by Reyes in the air as he got under it on the bunt attempt. That's the second foul, so 0-2 is the count now to Sosa. 1-2 is the count, rather, according to the home plate umpire. We'll go with his call.
I think I'm missing some
there may have been one pitch that we missed there. I don't recall it being 1-2. I recall it being 0-2 because he's been up and he's had two bunt attempts without going back and looking at video.
Right.
We won't know for sure.
Oh, no, for sure. We're going to have to do a little more diligence in paying attention.
It's tough to keep that box and do color and try to do PA as well. You're doing a great job over there, Mike. And going down swinging to Reyes is Sosa, and so with one out coming to the plate for the Raiders is Thomas, the pitcher.
Now, Thomas has had his struggles at the plate, and he's been at the leadoff position and has ended up worked his way down, and coach trying to protect him or get him to work harder.
Number 10, Hayden Thomas.
Reyes going to try to keep the base runner Ramos close to first base, and that's the advantage of a left-handed pitcher. You're there in the stretch, and you're looking right at that base runner, so it's easier to keep him honest over there. First pitch home for Reyes outside for a ball to Thomas. Thomas able to lay off that one, and, it takes one hit, and you start working your way out of those kinds of slumps. You don't start at the top of the lineup unless you're a pretty good hitter now. Hitters go into slumps. That pitch high and outside to Thomas for a ball. So Thomas at least able to lay off those pitches and get a little bit of a hitter's count going here.
In conversation with Hayden's dad, Mark Thomas, he was glad to see that Coach Crampine moved him back in the lineup and giving him the opportunity to make the adjustments that he needs to make without having the added pressure of that leadoff spot.
Well, and to be honest, you want your kid to be able to earn whatever he's getting. You don't want it given to him. And, Thomas obviously a good player, but, when they go into a slump, they need to be coached out of that slump, and sometimes that requires taking a little bit of their responsibility away. 2-0 pitch, outside and high for a ball, and Thomas has worked it to a 3-0 count. Ray is a little worried about Ramos over there on first base, and why not? Ramos pretty fleet of foot over there.
Well, you got another speedster in Hayden Thomas. He's very fast on the base path.
3-0 pitch to Thomas, high and outside, and Thomas is on the base path with a ball. And so two runners on now for Rouse. And up to the plate as we get around to the top of the order is Hempel.
That is walk number 4.
Fourth walk.
Yep.
Now batting for your Rouse Raiders, number 2, Nick Hempel.
Looks like we got a courtesy runner over at first as well.
Courtesy runner number
Number 42, Stephen Connie.
Stephen Connie. My son played a little league football with him.
Did he?
Yeah, many years ago. Back in Pop Warner days when Pop Warner was big around here. But so up to the plate, Hempel with 2 runners on, 1 out, has an opportunity here to add to that Rouse Raider 1-0 lead as he has a runner there in scoring position at second base. That's Ramos. Here's the first pitch outside for a ball. Good job by Rodriguez to smother it, keep it from going to the fence and allowing the runners to advance for the Raiders. 1-0 is the count now with 1 out.
Hempel struck out swinging his last at bat.
Reyes starts the delivery here, high for a ball, so 2-0. Yeah, and he's laid off these pitches here these first 2 here at this at bat. Maybe he learned something from that last at bat. You know, you hope they're studying these guys so that, you know, if they make have a strikeout in that first at bat, they're able to figure them out by the time they come up again. He takes that pitch right down the middle, though. 2-1 is the count here with 1 out to Hempel.
I'll tell you what, that sun has gone down, and you start feeling the chill in the air.
Yeah, it's that time of year. I really like it, but it does give you give you problems because, you know, at one point you're sweating, and the next thing you know, you're cold. So
Right.
3-1 delivery here to Hempel from Reyes. Big cut from Hempel, and the count's full now. That was a nice pitch by Reyes. Stayed on the outside corner. Hempel just couldn't quite catch up to the fastball. So we have a full count here with 1 out and 2 runners on for Hempel. Reyes starts his windup for the Patriots. He delivers. That's a ball, and the bases are loaded. Nice job by Hempel to lay off of that.
That is walk number 5.
So now Diaz coming up with the bases loaded for Rouse.
So you can't imagine Coach going to keep him much longer on the hill.
And then we are going to have a timeout. So we'll take the timeout with them. You're listening to Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. I'm Chuck Kracy along with Michael Francis. We'll be right back.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP. Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Welcome back to Rouse High School. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for the Eastview Patriots as they find themselves with the bases loaded, 1 out.
That's
and
number
Diaz coming up.
Number 15, Austin Coe, comes on in relief.
So Coe, the relief pitcher, number 15, and he's coming just out of the bullpen. He's not coming from a position, right? I didn't see him on the field. So Eastview here trying to keep the Rouse rally here to a minimum at the very least. Right now they haven't given up a run, but with the bases loaded and your number 2 hitter Diaz ready to swing, you almost have to bring in a reliever here because Reyes was starting to waver a little bit there on his pitches.
Right. Well, I can see that we've got some seniors from last year in the crowd. We got Jackson Glenn and Grant Foreman I've seen, and Mark Glenn. He's out here tonight, so good to see him again. See some of these former players.
Yeah, it is nice. You know that you're doing the right thing with the program when the players come back and see you.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 9, Caleb Diaz.
So Diaz steps into the box here with 1 out to face the new pitcher Coe. He's a righty, kind of a big lower body kind of kid. Looks like he's going to drive with his legs on his pitches. First delivery, big breaking ball for a strike. So it's an 0-1 count to Diaz here with one out. Raiders on top, 1-0 here in this early 19-5A matchup. Coe starts his windup, looks around at the runners, delivers home. Driven as a base hit for Rouse. No, what a play by the center fielder, but that'll be a tag up. We'll call it a sacrifice fly, and the Rouse Raiders will score. Great play by the center fielder, though, to keep that at a minimum.
Yeah, it really was, because the way it tailed towards him, and he was able to make that catch. But an outstanding play as he was diving forward for it.
Yeah, it sometimes when it comes off that bat, it looks like it's coming off a little bit harder than I remember.
Number 55.
So Porter up to the plate now with runners on first and second and 2 outs to face Coe. 2-0 is your Raider lead. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So Coe jumps out ahead of Porter here, 0-1 with 2 outs.
The Raiders having to make the adjustment going from the left-handed Reyes to the right-handed Coe as Porter takes strike 2.
That one looked like it was a little bit outside, but they did call it a strike, and so it is an 0-2 count. And you're right, there is an adjustment period between facing somebody coming from that left side and then now somebody coming from the right side, and that is a strategic play by the Eastview coaching staff. That pitch thrown outside to kind of see if the runners were going there with 2 strikes. Runners able to get back. 1-2 is the count now. Rodriguez was setting up outside. He was ready to fire it to third, try to catch that lead runner. 1-2 is the count. Coach starts the delivery. Big breaking pitch to the third baseman. He fields it, fires to first to get the third out of the second inning. But not until Rouse adds to their lead. It's 2-0. Rouse on top. We'll be right back. You're listening to SHN Sports, Rouse Raiders Baseball. I'm Chuck Kracy along with Michael Francis. We'll be right back.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Welcome back to Rouse High School, where the Rouse Raiders lead the Eastview Patriots here early in this. Well, it's starting to wane into the game now as we head to the top of the third inning. Rouse on top, as I said, 2-0. And on the mound still for Rouse is Thomas. And we had mentioned he doesn't spend a lot of time wasting pitches on the mound, and he doesn't spend a lot of time working slowly. He quickly works on the mound, and as a result, we've only been playing for about 40 minutes, and we're already in the third inning. So, and that's attributable to Thomas on the mound working quickly.
Thomas with 4 strikeouts on the game so far, 3 swinging and 1 looking.
That's pretty good when you've only faced about 7 batters. So, Rouse ready to get going here. Number 5 to the plate for Eastview.
Number 5, Noah Reyes, now batting for the Patriots.
And that's Noah Reyes, as the PA announcer just so eloquently said. And he steps into the box to face Thomas here to start the third.
I think that PA announcer really needs to step up and get his game in order.
It's going to take some practice if you're going to do them both. Big cut there from number 5 for a strike from Thomas there to start. And so Reyes swinging away there on the first pitch. He finds himself down 0-1. Second delivery here from Thomas. Man, what a pitch. It just dropped low out of the strike zone, I guess. 1-1 count. I don't know how you lay off that unless you were just taking all the way. That was a beautiful pitch.
It was a beautiful pitch.
1-1 delivery now from Thomas. Ooh, a little chin music there to Diaz, and so we're looking at a 2-1 count after that one.
I have to go back to my scorebook.
Or that's Reyes, rather, at the plate.
I had to go back to my scorebook. I thought that bender that Thomas threw was a strike.
Yeah, it looked like it. There's a strike there. Count even now at 2
Fastball down the middle from Thomas.
Reyes not sure what to do with these fastballs Thomas is dealing. And that one, he gets it dropped third strike, picked up by the catcher, and fired over to Souther to get the out. So that'll be a strikeout for Thomas there. A little tough to handle before the catcher, but they get the out nonetheless. Up to the plate now, number 10 for Eastview. And Grayson Rezak at the plate now for Eastview. Rezak receives the first delivery from Thomas, and there's a strike right in that low outside area. Man, that's a tough pitch to hit, and he's putting it there pretty consistently tonight. 0-1 delivery for Thomas, and there it is again, and able to fight it off that time was Resick, but he finds himself down 0-2 here to Thomas with an out, no runners on.
Well, to give you an idea of the kind of job that Thomas is doing on the mound tonight, we're in the third inning, and we're just now to their number 8 batter.
Yeah, he's working diligently and quickly. That one outside for a ball, so the count now 1-2 with an out. Again, Thomas, this is my favorite kind of pitcher. He wastes no time on the mound. He gets his signal. He starts his windup, and then he's dealing right away. And he gets him swinging for the second out here in the third inning. And so there's another strikeout for Thomas. And so Mays comes up to the plate here, the number 9 hitter in the order for Eastview, to face Thomas here with 2 outs. First delivery, and he's swinging right away, missing on that same nasty fastball. I don't see how anybody can get around it. You almost have to swing before he releases it. 0-1 delivery from Thomas inside, fought off by Mays, but he finds himself down 0-2 with 2 outs here, and Thomas with an opportunity to really just kind of shut the door here, at least early.
This is the third consecutive batter that has gone 0-2 in the count.
Here's the pitch, and that is a beautiful strike.
My goodness.
Catches him looking. You can't pitch the ball much better than that, Michael. What do you say about that? I mean, as a hitter, you just go back to the dugout and go, Coach, did you see that pitch? I mean, even the coach knows, you know.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do in that situation. Hayden Thomas with that breaking ball and just laid it in there. And the only thing that Mays could do is
shake his head
and go back to the dugout.
That pitch looked like it was going to hit him about midsection, and as he started to kind of lean back, it just broke right across the plate. And you know, the thing about it was there was a lot of speed on that pitch. It wasn't, you know, a slow bending pitch. He put some mustard on it. And for him to be able to have that kind of control with the breaking pitch is pretty awesome. So Rouse on top here, 2-0. Coe going to stay on the mound for Eastview as he's warming up here. We get ready to start the bottom of the third inning. Rouse on top of Eastview, as I said, 2-0. We talked about a little bit pregame about 19-5A and how tough it's going to be. And, you know, tonight is a perfect example of it. Not only if you're facing Rouse and somebody like Thomas on the mound, but you know, Eastview is coming out here, and they're playing pretty good defensive baseball as well. And, you know, between Reyes and Coe, other than a few walks, they haven't really given up a whole lot of hits.
No, they really haven't. Scoreboard hadn't really marked any. In fact, I don't see any hits yet.
We are hitless for both teams tonight. Coe on the mound now. So Vanoy, the cleanup hitter up for the Rouse Raiders, receives the first delivery from Coe. A little bit high for a ball. Nice eye by Vanoy to lay off that pitch.
Vanoy walked his first at bat.
1-0 delivery here. Vanoy swinging that time, fouling it off behind the home dugout there. 1-1 is the count now. No outs here. Bottom of the third inning. We got a timeout from the umpire here.
Need some baseballs or no?
Yeah, we got a hitter over here trying to shag a baseball. You don't want to get one fouled off at you over there.
Well, Jared likes to do that.
Chopped, and he's going to be able to get on. And, you know, I don't see how you call that an error. Let's see if they call that a hit.
That's going to be a hit. He fielded it and chose not to throw it. So
that'll be our first hit of the evening. And then coming to the plate now for the Rouse Raiders is, of course, Jared Southard.
Courtesy runner number 8, Ethan Moore. Now batting for your Raiders, number 23, Jared Southard.
So Southard steps into the box with a runner on and no outs. Another opportunity for the Raiders to try to add to that lead here. Southard chops it down foul just to the left of third base, about a foot and a half past the third base coach there for Rouse. It's going to be a foul and a strike in the count. As we mentioned, Southard committed to the University of Texas, along with, did you say Dalton?
Dalton Porter.
Dalton Porter. Second delivery from Southard on the outside corner for a strike to Southard from Coe, rather. So we got an 0-2 count to Southard.
Ethan Moore was a quarterback for the football team for Rouse, and he's also a track athlete. So he's very fast.
Well, you almost have to be at any position, football, baseball, basketball, to play Division I sport. At any sport, you pretty much going to have to be able to move it. There's just really good athletes all over there. 0-2 delivery in the dirt. That'll advance the runner to second for Rouse. And so the count will be 1-2 to Southard with a runner in scoring position now and no outs. Rouse looking to try to add to that 2-0 lead they hold over Eastview here. Coe working slowly on the mound, delivers. Southard chops it foul. Coe kind of was working slowly, and then he just turned and flicked it to Southard, and it was low out of the strike zone. Southard wasn't going to take a chance, took a swing at it, chopped it foul to stay alive at 1-2. Coe looks at the runners, gets back on the rubber, and looks down to get his signal. Southard preparing in the box. Here's the delivery. Southard rips it to left field, and it's caught by the left fielder. Runners tag up, but they're not going to advance, and so with one out, up to the plate now for Eastview is going to be Kelsick. So it's Kelch. Sorry about that, Cody. Trying to read this handwriting. Kelch is much easier to say than Kelsick.
Right.
So with a runner on second, one out, Kelch at the plate receives the first pitch from Coe, drives it, chops it rather foul down the third base side for the first strike of the at-bat. Looks down and gets a signal from his coach at third.
Now that swing right there is just an example of the explosiveness in his swing.
He got around quick on it. When he makes the choice to swing, it doesn't take long to get from the starting position through that strike zone. So 0-1 count. Kelch steps into the box. Coe gets the signal from his catcher Rodriguez, looks over to second, hold the runner back, turns and throws to second. Back quickly is the runner for the Raiders. And that's the courtesy runner. I didn't get that name.
Ethan Moore.
Ethan Moore, that's right, the quarterback. You're not going to catch him too far off the bag then where he can't get back. 0-1 delivery from Coe. Kelch drives it deep to left center. Left fielder able to get under it and make the play. Runners tag up, but they do not advance, and so that's the second out here in the bottom of the third. Coming to the plate now for the Rouse Raiders is Ramos. See if he can clean these runners off the bag, or runner off the bag.
Ramos reached on it.
He reached on an
Now
error.
batting.
For the Raiders, number 11, Robbie Ramos.
Ramos reached on an error his last at bat.
Got an opportunity for an RBI here. 0-1, or first pitch rather, fouled off for the first strike of the count. That one was inside. Nice pitch by Coe. Able to fight it off though. Ramos swinging almost immediately when it broke. 0-1 count now here with 2 outs. Runner on second. That's Moore at second. Fought off again. A little late on his swings, but he's able to get around quickly and fight him off. But it's an 0-2 count now to Ramos. Coe having a pretty good outing here in relief, only giving up the 1 hit and 1 run. Here's the pitch. Outside and low.
That was awfully close.
Well, it had a big bend on it, but it's a 1-2 count now. Ramos able to lay off. Some of the Eastview fans not real happy with that call there from the home plate umpire, but 1-2 delivery now here from Coe with 2 outs. Looks at Moore, delivers, chopped deep second base, fires him out at first, and that'll be the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll move to the top of the 4th inning. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to SHN Sports. I'm Chuck Kracy with Michael Francis. You're listening to Rouse Raider Baseball. We'll be right back.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Welcome back to Rouse High School here, where the Rouse Raiders lead the Eastview Patriots in an early 19-5A district matchup in Texas High School 5A baseball. It's been a great night for baseball. Beautiful evening. Started off nice and sunny and probably the upper 80s, and now that the sun's gone down, we're probably sitting at about 62, 64 degrees. Nice breeze. If you're somewhere where it's much colder or much hotter, then you're missing out because we got baseball here.
Now batting for Eastview, number 13, Stephon Reyes.
Reyes up to the plate, and we have baseball and excellent weather. So Reyes up to the plate to face Thomas. First delivery high for a ball. Thomas, as we said, is just working his way through the Eastview lineup. This is the first batter for Eastview to have a second at bat, second look at Thomas. And so Reyes, who started on the mound for Eastview, finds himself ahead in the count 2-0 to Thomas.
Just like his first at bat.
That delivery right down the pipe for a strike from Thomas, and Reyes was taken all the way there. 2-1 the count now to Reyes. Thomas starts the windup, wasting no time on the mound, delivers. Big cut from Reyes, and the count's even now at 2, and just like that, Thomas works the count even for the Raiders.
Reyes grounded to second his first at bat.
Gets him swinging there on the 3rd pitch, and so another strikeout for Thomas in the first out here in the top of the 4th inning.
That is strikeout number 8 for
Just
Thomas.
Dealing, as they say.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 2, Jalen Camarillo.
So Camarillo up to bat for Eastview. He's the second hitter in the order. Only, as we mentioned, the second time through for Eastview is Thomas has just been proficient and efficient and quite nasty at times. 0-0 first pitch here on this at bat. Breaks outside for a ball. Camarillo able to lay off that pitch again, and one of those nasty breaking pitches. If he starts that a little more inside, that's a strike for sure. Catches the outside corner with the second delivery. Count even now at 1.
Camarillo grounded to short in his last at bat.
Big cut from Camarillo. He couldn't catch up to that breaking pitch, and it's a 1-2 count. Some nasty pitches coming from Thomas right now, and you can tell he's really feeling it.
Thomas had 12 strikeouts versus Dripping Springs.
That delivery high and outside, count even now at 2. Thomas not real happy with that determination by the umpire because he felt like it caught the front corner. You could see that he turned a little frustrated. 2-2 delivery now from Thomas. Big bend on it, able to pop it high and behind the first baseman.
Nick Hempel.
And Hempel able to make the play from second behind Southard at first for the out. So still dealing on the mound. Thomas here now to the plate, number 21 for Eastview.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 21, Juan Sanchez.
So Sanchez up to bat now for Eastview. He's got 2 outs, no runners on to face Thomas. First pitch. Man, Thomas really trying to grab that front outside corner and not able to get the call there the last couple of pitches. 1-0 is the count.
Sanchez, the first strikeout victim for Thomas with his first at bat.
That one looks like it was fouled off of the barrel of the, right off the handles, straight back, and the count even at 1 now. I didn't really see a call from the umpire, but it did look foul.
I didn't see one either. I put it down as a ball. I didn't see it hit the handle.
That's a strike there, and we'll see what he throws up here. It's either 1-2 or
2-1.
2-1. Thomas winds up, delivers, and gets him swinging. And so it was a 1-2 count, and there's another strikeout for Thomas.
Strikeout number 9.
And so we'll move to the bottom of the 4th inning as Thomas making quick work of the Eastview Patriot lineup so far tonight, but especially there that last half inning. We'll take a break. You're listening to SHN Sports. I'm Chuck Kracy with Michael Francis. We'll be right back.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Welcome back to Rouse High School here where the Rouse Raiders lead the Eastview Patriots 2-0 going into the top of the 4th inning. It's a beautiful summer night here in Leander, Texas. And the community here in Leander has done nothing but explode population-wise. And the benefit of that is lots of awesome high school sports. And all the teams in the area in the sport of baseball are pretty salty from every school in the Leander Independent School District's got pretty good squad, and Eastview and the Georgetown school, Georgetown Eagles are no different. So coming up to the plate now for the Raiders, we'll let the PA call it out for us.
Leading off for your Rouse Raiders, number 4, Patrick Sosa.
So Sosa up to the plate now to face Coe, who's done pretty well in relief of the starter, Reyes. First delivery from Coe is high and outside for a ball.
Sosa, strikeout victim, his first at bat.
1-0 delivery from Coe, low for a ball, and Sosa works the count to his advantage here early. Coe not wasting a whole lot of time on the mound either. That delivery there, a strike, as Sosa took it right down the middle. 2-1 is the count. You know, we're looking at a one-hitter on the evening right now for both staffs. That pitch driven for a potential base hit. What a play by the center fielder.
Wow, he went quite a way. I'd say he went 50 yards to make that catch.
That was a
easily.
great play. Who is that out there? Is that
Center fielder is Grayson Rezak.
Rezak? Okay, Rezak. He's made a couple of great plays defensively for Eastview, really, to keep this game close.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 10, Hayden Thomas.
So Thomas looking to cushion his lead here that he's got 2-0 on the mound. Now he's at the plate, takes the first delivery as a ball, steps back into the box. Coe wasting no time, delivers. Thomas turns to bunt and misses, but that ball was a strike, so it's a 1-1 count now to Thomas.
Thomas drew a walk his first time up.
1-1 delivery from Coe. Big swing from Thomas. He missed it. That was a big breaking pitch from Coe, way outside once it crossed the plate, but Thomas had committed well before, and it's a 1-2 count. Now Coe starts his windup, delivers. Thomas drives it high, deep, but it's going to be too short. Oh, it's going to be a base hit.
That's going to be a double.
So high in the air.
They lost it in the lights.
Yeah, that would have been difficult to catch, and the wind kind of let it tail off to right field, and Thomas with a double.
Second hit of the night.
So Hempel comes up with a runner in scoring position and an opportunity to add to his lead.
Hit.
Coe starts the windup, delivers home. Ball on the first pitch there. So with a 1-0 count, Coe ready to deliver to Hempel. Big breaking pitch. It stays up high, though, and it's a 2-0 count now. Nice work by Hempel.
Hempel 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk.
Well, he's got an opportunity here to play to run. Let's see what he does with a 1-0 count. High and inside from Coe. Nice job to lay off of it by Hempel. 2-0 the count now. Now they're going to say it's 3-0 is the count. That's right. It's 3-0. Hempel looking to try to get himself
Let's
on.
say that's what I've got in my official book. Only official to me.
Well, and it's a lot more official than what I keep up here in the Melon. So, you know, I was pretty excited when I got here and I found out that Michael Francis is going to be keeping track of the box. That always it always slows my ability to do play-by-play down. Nice job, and works himself onto the base there for Hempel.
Hempel draws his second consecutive walk.
And so coming up now is Diaz for the Raiders with 2 on.
Now batting for your Raiders, Diaz.
Diaz into the box now, 1 out to face Coe. Runner in scoring position.
Double
He
steal.
chops it to short. And the bases are going to be loaded as the shortstop mishandles it. And with 1 out, the Raiders have them juiced.
It was deep enough, I believe, for the hit.
Yeah, it was kind of a tough play. Let's see. We're going to have a substitute runner. Looks like that's going to be 42.
Number 42, Stephen Connie.
So Stephen Connie back in on the base path for the Raiders here. At the plate, we have Porter.
Number 55, Dalton Porter.
Porter also a commit to the University of Texas, batting from the left side of the plate, 1 out. Bases loaded. First pitch from Coe, high and outside for a ball. You know them pitchers know about the hitters and where they're committed. So
Right.
they've heard if even if they don't do their own research, somebody's told them. So they're cautious. 1-0 delivery, and Coe stays outside. He wants to get Porter to chase one. Porter wisely staying off. You get an RBI just by getting a walk here. Coe starts his windup, 2-0 delivery, outside for a ball. Nice patience by the hitter, Porter.
Looks like Coe is trying to work that outside corner.
Yeah, Porter's laying off of it, and he's probably getting the signal from the coach to do so, but with a 3-0 count, let's see if he's got the green light. Does not. He lays off. That one catches the outside corner. 3-1 is the count now, and I bet he's got a green light now. Porter into the box, ready to swing with the bases loaded here. 1 out. Coe having an otherwise pretty good outing. Big cut from Porter, and it's a 3-2 count. So with the bases juiced, we have a full count.
And no outs.
No outs or 1 out? I think there's.
I don't have any, but oh yeah, we do got. I'm sorry, I missed that one. I didn't write it down in my book.
1
Sosa.
out. And there's a RBI on a walk for Porter as Coe is outside and high on that delivery, and so it's now 3-0 Rouse. So coming up to the plate for the Raiders will be Van Noy, the cleanup hitter.
Now batting for the Rouse Raiders, number 1, Cody Vanoy.
You know, the cleanup hitter coming up with the bases juiced and 1 out is a pretty good situation to find yourself in, especially on top 3-0 over a district rival. So first pitch from Coe to Vanoy is the outside and high for a ball. Rodriguez unable to really handle that pitch. He was able to keep it in front of him, though, and prevent any runs from coming across or runners from advancing. 1-0 delivery from Coe, fouled off by Vanoy, and the count's now even at 1. Like to see that hustle from the Eastview player there to get the loose ball.
Yeah, he really hustled through there.
Yeah, you're never going to see me running like that.
Number 6, Jason Araves.
Give him some credit. 1-1 count here from Coe to Vanoy. Here's the pitch. It breaks, but it's in the dirt. Rouse had an opportunity to potentially play to run there. Didn't want to take the risk with a 3-0 lead and 1 out. And Vanoy at the plate with an opportunity to really get more than 1 run across here.
Coach Krempine is definitely aggressive on the base paths with his runner, but he probably felt that wasn't far enough away from the plate.
Yeah, it was would have been a good play for sure. It could have gone either way because, you know, even if he'd sent him right at the beginning, it would have been close. So 3-1 count now on that delivery from Coe, 1 out. Vanoy back in the box here to face Coe down with a hitter's count. Coe starts his windup. He delivers. Hit high, and looks like it's going to trail foul. What a play.
No, he dropped it.
Oh, he did? Oh, wow. It looked like he was going to make that play. He
dropped
went
it.
a long way, and they're going to say that's just a strike because he did drop it. So 3-2 with 1 out to Vanoy. Coe would have been very welcoming of an out there. But now with a full count facing the cleanup hitter, Vanoy, Coe
and Reyes have given up a combined 7 walks tonight.
That's what's really really killing the Patriots tonight. Delivery from Coe on the payoff pitch, deep to second. They're going to get one of their runners, but that's a sacrifice for another run for the Rouse Raiders. And so with 2 outs, the Raiders on top 4-0. Coming up to the plate now for Rouse is going to be
Jared Southern.
Southern.
Now batting for your Raiders, number 23, Jared Southern.
So Southern with an opportunity to get a couple RBIs here. He's got runners on second and third. 2 outs. He just got to hit it out of the infield here. Coe starts his windup. First pitch delivery. Breaking low for a ball. Eastview parents not happy with that call, but it was in the dirt practically. 1-0 is the count now from Coe to Southern. Coe taking a little bit of time to get a signal, then he delivers. That one's in for a strike on the inside corner. Count even now at 1. Southern back in the box quickly. Coe gets his signal from Rodriguez, starts his windup, delivers quickly. Hit foul high over here to the first base side, out of play. So the count will be 1-2 to Southern now. Coe with an opportunity to try to get out of this with minimal damage here, but he's facing a heck of a hitter in Jared Southern. Southern getting his gloves ready, all adjusted.
Southern, another one that can hit with some power.
This is the opportunity here. If you can get one over that left field fence, now's the time to do it. 1-2 delivery. Drives it to deep center. Center fielder able to get under it and make the play, and that'll be the end of the 4th inning. We'll move to the top of the 5th. Rouse handling the Eastview Patriots at this point, 4-0. And so we'll take a break with the change in innings. You're listening to Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. I'm Chuck Kracy along with Michael Francis. We'll be right back.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Welcome back to Rouse High School, where the Rouse Raiders lead the Eastview Patriots 4-0. Well, Michael, what do you think so far? We've got 4 innings in the books here in 19-5A play, and at least on the mound, Rouse looks pretty good. At the plate, they look decent. Looks like they're bringing in a new pitcher. Who is this on the mound now?
No, it's still Hayden Thomas.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well, why pull him? You know, he's pitching pretty well. So Rodriguez up to bat. First pitch to Rodriguez, high and inside, and, yeah, there's that fastball. I see that it's him now, 1-0 on that ball delivery. But, man, that thing was smoking. 1-0 delivery outside to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez finds himself ahead in the count here, 2-0, by laying off a couple of first pitches from Thomas. He starts the windup here on the 2-0 delivery. Big cut from Rodriguez. Nice pitch by Thomas. I don't know how you could even hit that.
So far, through 4 innings, Hayden Thomas has faced the minimum of batters.
It's a 2-1 count, and he's just working his way slowly through the Eastview lineup. Big breaking pitch, stayed up too high for a ball. A 3-1 count now to Rodriguez, the catcher. Rodriguez with a nice mane of hair out there. 3-1 delivery, and Rodriguez swinging and missing. The count's full.
It's hard to catch up to that fastball in that outside corner.
And then he throws that breaking pitch every once in a while and pulls a lot of it off of it. Man, that's just not fair.
He makes it look easy.
He sure does. Full count for Thomas. Facing down Rodriguez, he delivers inside and catches the inside corner and catches Rodriguez looking. Rodriguez was ready to walk over to first. Instead, he goes and sits down in the dugout. He's not real happy. But that did catch the inside corner. Up to the plate now for Eastview is
Now batting for Eastview, number 16, Ryan Bailey.
As so eloquently spoken by the PA, Ryan Bailey in the box now. Thomas delivers first pitch, outside ball. Yeah, and again, Thomas just facing each batter, and really, he's been unhittable so far.
Swing.
That one swinging for Bailey and missing. 1-1 is the count.
Yeah, I'm kind of in pretty tight with that stadium PA announcer. I'll have to give him a heads up that you put in a compliment for him.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job. He's got a decent voice. That delivery there from Thomas Lowe for a ball. You know, I do a little PA work myself in football seasons.
Do you?
Yeah. I enjoy it a whole lot. I do enjoy doing the broadcast a little bit more, but it's a lot of fun to do the PA as well.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. I love to do the broadcast.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun because, you know, you're going to sit and watch baseball and talk about it with who you're watching, even if it's yourself, if you're like me. So it might as well be productive in doing it for a school like Rouse here. 3-1 is the count now as Thomas faces Bailey. Gets him swinging, fouls that one off, does Bailey, and it's a full count with 1 out. You know, that's a way to get lots of interest in your ability, the way that Thomas works on the mound here. What is his classification?
He is a senior.
So he is a senior. Has he got any interest? That pitch driven by Bailey to right center. Play made by the center fielder.
Jamison Slater makes the run over from center to right center and makes the catch to retire.
Yeah, he had to get on his horse to get over there, and that's the second out, and that'll keep Thomas at facing the minimum number of batters, as you mentioned. That one there is the closest thing to a base hit that the Eastview Patriots have seen tonight. So up to the plate now for the Patriots is Namkin. First delivery to Namkin, low for a ball. Thomas again gets a signal from the catcher, starts his windup. 1-0 delivery. Big swing and a miss. So the count now even at 1 for Namkin. Eastview trying to break through against a dominating performance by Thomas. That one's a strike, 1-2 delivery. I mean, what do you do with that?
There's nothing you can do with that. I mean, that's a frozen rope right down the middle, and Namkin just completely laid off of that.
He froze. Gets him swinging to finish the side.
Change-up comes back, and Namkin goes down swinging as he was way out ahead of that one.
And just a dominating performance by Thomas so far.
He's perfect through 5 innings.
Yeah, we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th for the Rouse Raiders. We got coming up. Let's see, who do we got coming up next for Rouse? It's
due up for the Raiders, Cody Kelch.
Yeah, Kelch is coming up next, and you know where it's pretty easy to keep pace with who's coming up for Eastview so far due to the minimum number of batters, but not so easy with Rouse. That's why it's good to have somebody keeping a score like the PA announcer and our color analyst tonight, Michael Francis, doing a great job. And, you know, we really enjoy covering the sports here. You know, I got into this because of my kids doing sport, you know, playing sports, and me just wanting to be active. When they were youth, I could coach them. But as they get into high school, unless you're going to take coaching on as a profession, you kind of have to let other people coach them.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I want to stay active, so that's how I got into this is I started doing it to be a part of it, but not a part that really takes away from that relationship between coach and player for my children. And you know, I see it, and I encourage it when I go to different events. And, you know, it's good to see guys like yourself, Michael, being active and participating in high school sports because, to me, the ability – the skills that are learned in a team environment from a good coach are invaluable throughout your life.
Oh, absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree with that. And thank you for the kind words, by the way.
It's, you know, I enjoy it. Like I said, you know, and I say that, you know, fully and honestly that, you know, you see if you participated in one way or another with high school sports, you see those that are really committed and put the time in, even going above and beyond, and then those parents that are kind of just linger around.
Now pitching for the Patriots. Number 2, Jalen Camarillo. Now batting for your Rouse Raiders, number 14, Cody
So Kelch in to face Camarillo, the third pitcher for the Patriots. First delivery from Camarillo outside for a ball to Kelch. And so Rouse forcing Eastview to get into their rotation a little bit here in the opener. Second delivery from Camarillo, low for a ball. Camarillo, a righty. He's also works pretty quickly on the mound. I like that that pace that is set by both of these staffs so far tonight. 3-0 is the count as Camarillo gets way behind Kelch. 3-0 delivery, grabs that inside corner for a strike. So it's a 3-1 count now as Kelch steps back into the batter's box. No outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Base hit for Kelch right up the middle. Smoked it along the ground there. I like to call that a worm burner. I usually hit drives like that when I'm on the golf course.
Right. I tell you what, Kelch has got some wheels, and I love watching him run the bases. He is really good.
Well, Ramos comes up, and Kelch rounded first like he was going to go to second. He backed up a little bit.
Now batting for your Rouse Raiders, number 11, Robbie Ramos.
So Ramos in the box now with Kelch on first. As Michael said, he's got some wheels. There's a first pitch from Camarillo. Big break on the pitch, but it breaks outside of the strike zone for a ball. It's a pretty nasty pitch. Good job by the hitter to lay off of that. One-0 delivery from Camarillo inside for a strike. So Thomas finds himself 1-1. Ramos rather.
Camarillo throws even softer than Coe did.
And that one chopped. Camarillo able to hustle over and fire it over to first to get the first out. But that advances the runner for the Rouse Raiders. And coming to the plate now will be Sosa for Rouse with a runner on second.
1-3 in the scorebook.
That was a fielder choice there.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 4, Patrick Sosa.
Rouse able to advance that runner into scoring position. And that should score him as Sosa rips it right back up the middle. No, they hold him at third.
He didn't hit it deep enough as Coach Crampine put the brakes on.
Well, you know, he hit it pretty hard, but the center fielder was playing pretty shallow. And, you know, obviously that was a call by the coaching staff of the Patriots.
Now batting for your Rouse Raiders, number 10, Hayden Thomas.
So Thomas comes up to the plate to face Camarillo here with one out, runners on the corners. An opportunity to add to his lead here, build that cushion. You know, you as a pitcher, if you get an opportunity at the plate to really add to your lead, you can't beat that. Thomas ready to face Camarillo. First pitch, turns to bunt and hits it foul on the third base side, but mostly behind him for a strike. So Camarillo ready to deliver the second pitch here to Thomas. It's an 0-1 count with one out.
Thomas 1 for 1 with a walk and a double.
Camarillo tries to pick off the runner there at first base. Sosa trying to get the runner that's behind the lead runner, trying to catch him snapping, but Sosa able to get back on the bag quickly. So 0-1 the count. Camarillo looks down to Rodriguez to get the signal. Thomas in to the box, ready to swing. Camarillo looks over to first. Starts his delivery. Big cut from Thomas, but he misses it. It's an 0-2 count now.
Yeah, he saw that pitch was way inside, and so he kind of does that little hop trying to bring the swing in at the same time.
You know, that's one of those things. You said he's struggled a little bit, and those are the kind of things you see from hitters that do struggle a little bit. Hit that one straight up into the air, and it's going to be an infield fly. The runner, so it'll be an infield fly rule in effect, and the hitter will be out. Or what did they say is
Foul ball.
foul ball?
I'm not sure. Oh, because it never made it past the first baseline and
Oh,
bounced
I see
infield
what
and
you're
out.
saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because it did land fairly, but then he allowed it to bounce out.
Right, it bounced out into foul territory before it got past first base.
0-2 delivery here outside for a ball. The runner, Ramos, advances from first to second.
Wild pitch from Camarillo allows Sosa to move down to second.
So now Thomas has 2 runners in scoring position here with a 1-2 count and 1 out. Camarillo getting the signal from Rodriguez, starts the windup. He delivers. Hit high and
deep
to left field. Left fielder able to get under it to make the out, but the runners will tag in advance, and Rouse has another run across here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They take a 5-0 lead here, and a runner that was on second, Ramos, advances over to third. Coming to the plate now will be number 2 as they get around the order again, and Hempel's up.
back to the top of the order with Hempel.
Now batting for your Raiders, number 2, Nick Hempel.
And Rouse just working around. This is his 4th at bat, I believe. Strike on the outside corner is at least his 3rd at bat. I think it might be his 4th. They made it through 3 times.
It is his 4th at bat.
4th at bat. Yeah,
Yeah.
they made it through 3 times.
Thomas with the sac fly.
Chop that one foul. The count's now 0-2 with 2 outs. And so Camarillo trying to get himself out of here again with minimal damage. You got to give Eastview a little bit of credit, even though they've worked themselves into some trouble. They've been able to pitch their way out with minimal damage. It could be a lot worse of a score here tonight. Big cut, and Camarillo gets him swinging there to finish the side, and we'll move to the top of the 6th inning. Rouse on top, 5-0. So, Michael, going here into the 6th inning, Thomas is going to stay on the mound, looks like, for Rouse. Pretty good outing so far, not just for Thomas, but the Rouse defense especially.
Yeah, they've been playing heads up and error-free baseball. That's what it takes to win a game, is to be error-free. You can have quality pitching, but you can be lacking in defense and making errors that just give away outs and can really disrupt a ball game and find yourself behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, you could. They'll advance runners, and then sometimes those wild pitches will end up scoring a run. I've done a couple of ball games over the last few years where both pitchers were just having excellent outings, and the pitcher that had the no-hitter ended up losing 1-0 to the pitcher that had the one-hitter, and it was due to defensive errors. And so,
Right.
Your defense can make you look like a really good pitcher, or they can make you look like not as good a pitcher. And so, that's why team sports are so important to work
Right.
together. And
Absolutely.
as we mentioned previously, it is just beneficial to the growth of these young men. And so Eastview getting ready to come up to the plate now. Number 5 for the Patriots is Noah Reyes to start here at the top of the 6th.
Leading off for the Patriots, number 5, Noah Reyes.
So Thomas ready to deal to Reyes here, opening the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch. Inside corner for a strike. Man, that is almost impossible to hit. Reyes would have had to take a step back and try to push that to the right field side. 0-1 delivery. Thomas. Reyes chops it to the third baseman and hustles down the line for the base hit.
And the no-hitter is broken up by Reyes.
That was just a good work by Reyes. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. He hit it short to the third baseman, who made a nice play on it, fired it over to first, but Reyes showing some wheels.
It's a slow bouncer, and Caleb Diaz had to come up on it to make the play. Good throw over, but just wasn't there.
So Thomas to face Resac. First pitch foul to Resac. Big cut from Resac, but Thomas not losing much on that fastball. 0-1 is the count here. Runner on first, no outs for the Patriots. Thomas starts his windup, delivers home, right down the pipe on the inside corner for a strike. 0-2 is the count now with no outs. That's Rizak at the plate. 0-2 delivery, fouled off by Rizak as he stays alive.
Rizak just gets a piece of that fastball on that
that
outside
thing was
corner.
smoking. 0-2 now. Thomas, again, not losing anything on that fastball. Eastview still hadn't quite figured it out. 0-2 count now. Gets him swinging for the strikeout.
That's the second strikeout that he's been able to get with that changeup, coming with that off speed, and the guy's way out ahead on it.
Well, they got to be, because to catch up to that fastball, when he's thrown so many of them, you got to expect that he's going to throw it. It's good timing of that off-speed pitch.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 1, A.J. Mays.
So the 9-hole hitter up, Mays with a big swing. The ball goes by the catcher. Back to the catcher off the fence to keep the runner from advancing. It's an 0-1 count now to Mays. Thomas looks over to first.
Thomas has an excellent pickoff move as well.
That pitch maybe a little bit high. Looked like a strike to me, but they're going to call it a ball. 1-1 is the count.
He's got one of the better pickoff moves on the team.
1-1 delivery here from Thomas. Able to fight it off is Mays. Counts now 1-2. That was a pretty wicked pitch that Mays was able to get a piece of. Thomas again dealing pitches that are just difficult to even get a bat on, let alone put into play. Throw to Southard gets by him. It's a good pickoff move, like you said. Southard trying to get the tag and loses the handle, but back enough in enough time to be safe as Reyes. Actually, there's a pinch runner over there. It's number 5, looks like.
Yeah, that's Reyes.
Oh, it is Reyes?
Yep.
I guess my glasses aren't working. I guess I would need to wear them for them to work. 2-2 is the count now. There's the pitch. Big breaking pitch for a
Yes, he did.
strikeout.
Oh, my goodness.
What do you do with that? I mean, you just got to sit down, and that's what Mays does. He turned out of the box and just held his hands up like, what can I do?
That's strikeout number 12 for Thomas.
So Stephen Reyes steps up to the plate here.
Now batting number 13, Stephen Reyes.
So with 2 outs and a runner on, Thomas delivers the first pitch to Reyes, high and outside for a ball. Good job by the catcher to get a glove on that. That could have advanced the runner. So Noah Reyes on first, Stephen Reyes at the plate. That pitch called a ball inside, so it's a 2-0 count to Stephen Reyes.
He started out with a 2-0 count each time at bat. He's 0 for 2.
Thomas has been a little cautious facing Stephen Reyes. Gets him swinging on that one. He's done well against him, but he's gone into it a little cautiously.
Yep, he's got a strikeout and a ground out to second.
It shows that he respects him a little bit. Big strike. And the throw is there, and that is the inning. Nice throw by the catcher. And we have a third out here on that throw.
Caught stealing. Reyes, the only base runner tonight for Eastview, gets picked off by Cody Vanoy. Vanoy showing why he is a recruit to UT Rio Grande Valley.
So he's the catcher and has done an excellent job keeping the ball in front of him. Thomas, of course, has shown very good control tonight, but a couple of those pitches have gotten away from him, and Vanoy's been there to be that backstop that the Raiders have needed to keep those runners from advancing, the few that they've had on the base path.
Raiders, number 9, Caleb Diaz.
And we're back on. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had a bit of a minor
Technical
difficulty. I know right now you don't have a picture, but we're going to work on that. We do have audio, and hopefully you're listening to the Rouse Raiders. On top of the Eastview Patriots, we do have a signal back. First delivery.
What a catch by Reyes at third base.
Great play by the
Frozen
third
rope.
baseman, as that would have been a base hit if it could have got by Noah Reyes over at third, but it doesn't. First out of the bottom of the 6th. So up to the plate for Rouse is
Dalton Porter.
Dalton
Now batting,
Porter.
number 55, Dalton Porter.
Takes the first pitch for a strike from Camarillo. Bases are empty with 1 out. Second delivery here. Porter fouls that one behind the visitor dugout. Into the bullpen. 0-2 count now for Camarillo as he faces who we got? Porter, that's right. Dalton Porter. UT commit. 0-2 count, 1 out. Porter facing Camarillo. Here's the pitch. Hit deep and high to left field. Left fielder has to adjust and is able to make the out. Man, that was almost a base hit almost due to the wind kind of causing it to tail, but the left fielder able to get it.
Mays tracks it well and makes the catch to retire Porter.
That's the kind of outs you need if you're a pitcher like Camarillo, because he's obviously not going to overpower with too many strikeouts. He needs that defense to make the plays. Here goes the pitch. It's a ball.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 1, Cody Vanoy.
So Vanoy, the catcher and cleanup hitter, at the plate here. Got a 1-0 count from Camarillo, no outs. Big cut, count even now at 1. Camarillo throwing a little bit of a off-speed pitch there. Caught Vanoy a little bit off guard. Outside for a ball. 2-1 is the count. Or 3-1. Let's see what the umpire
I got 2-1.
2-1 is the count.
In my book.
Well, the umpire, he's not real good about keeping. That's base hit for Vanoy as it gets in the gap between the third baseman and the shortstop. And so the Rouse Raiders with 2 outs have a rally going here. A base runner on first base coming up.
That's his second single of the night.
Jared Southern up to the plate now.
Kracy running, number 8, Ethan Moore. Now batting, number 23, Jared Southern.
So Camarillo to face Southern here with 2 outs and a runner on first. Rouse leads Eastview 5-0. Southern drives it to left center, and the left fielder can't get it. It's going to go to the wall. Vanoy will score, and Southern with a double and an RBI to extend the Rouse Raider lead to 6-0.
Moore scores all the way from first.
That's right. They had a courtesy runner more, and that's why, because he needed to get on his horse. Southern, the left fielder, Mays, tried to get on his horse to get out there. He just couldn't quite get to it.
Now batting, number 14, Cody Kelly.
So Kelch up to the plate now to try to add to this rally. Southern at second base after that double. First pitch to Kelch in the dirt for a ball. Kelch thought about swinging, then backed up. Decided not to, wisely. 1-0 count now. 2 outs. Southern on second. Rouse on top, 6-0. Thomas working a 2-hitter here tonight for the Raiders. That one's in the dirt. Southern's going to advance to third. Good base running by Southern as he is paying very good attention once he saw the ball get by Rodriguez. He didn't waste any time, and he moved over to third. So a 2-0 count. And a runner on third with 2 outs.
Big swing and a miss from Kelch.
Yeah, Kelch is he's wanting to drive that run in there.
Oh, he salivates. He gets people he gets people on base and he's at the plate. Oh.
It's like Pavlov's dogs. That delivery inside for a ball, so we've got a 3-1 count now as he's worked it to a nice hitter's count.
I'm really surprised he laid off of that one. That one was close, and he normally would jump on that pitch.
3-1 delivery in the dirt, and Kelch takes his base at first. Good eye from Kelch, and so coming up to the plate now for Rouse is Ramos. We'll see what he can do with runners on the corners and 2 outs.
Ramos 0 for 3 on the night.
Coach want to give Ramos a little bit of a talking to. Oh, they're going to.
Wait a minute, is this a change?
Yeah, maybe a change, looks like.
Substitution.
Number 6.
Or it's probably a pinch hitter.
Who's number 6?
John Dominguez.
Dominguez is going to come in and hit. That's who it is. And so
Now batting for your Rouse Raiders. Number 6.
So they get the card straightened out with the home plate umpire. Dominguez steps in with a chance to drive in a run here. Southern's on third over there. He's got a runner on first as well.
It looks like they made the substitution here, but Dominguez definitely not a shortstop unless they move him over. Ramos will re-enter.
Big cut from Dominguez on the first pitch from Camarillo. That one dropped right out of the zone beneath the bat for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Camarillo gets a signal from Rodriguez, looks over to first, starts the windup, delivers. It's driven just foul along the third base side. Southern trying to influence the home plate umpire's call by pointing fair, but couldn't keep a straight face as he laughs down the third baseline. Hey, you can't blame a kid for trying, right?
No, he's definitely going to do that.
So 0-2 the count here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Camarillo, driven fair, and that's going to get Southern home. Base hit for Dominguez and an RBI. Rouse on top now, 7-0. Coming to the plate will be who we got next?
This is Jamison Slater.
Slater coming up to bat.
Number 22, Jamison Slater.
So Slater in with 2 runners on and 2 outs. A 6 or is it 6 or 7?
He is evidently taking off the DH as Patrick Sosa's been hitting in this spot for Slater.
No, I meant the score. Is it 6 or 7? I thought it was 7.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, they don't have it right on the scoreboard out there. So it's a 7-0 lead, 2 runners on, 0-1 count. Camarillo's pitch is on the inside corner. It's an 0-2 count now as Camarillo works.
I think what you're seeing on the scoreboard is that's 6th inning. If you
I think they just updated it.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they must have been listening to us.
Oh, maybe they did.
Through the window. Camarillo delivers. That one fouled off. Stays alive. Does, who is that, 22? Slater.
Starting to make some substitutions.
We get these guys some chance to work in here because you don't know when you're going to need those guys in big games, tighter games. That pitch by Camarillo outside. Nice job by Rodriguez to keep it in front of him and really prevent the runners from advancing. The line currently is 7 runs and 7 hits, no errors for Rouse. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Eastview Patriots. Camarillo delivers that pitch. It's in the dirt, and that'll advance the runners. It's a 1-2 count now.
Actually, it should be. It's either 2-2 or 3-2.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stop relying on the board.
Whoever's running the board is falling
2-2.
asleep.
The umpire just put his Richard Nixon imitation up. 2-2.
That's what I've got. It's 2-2 in my book.
Big cut, and
Foul
that's
tips.
foul to stay alive. A real chance to put this game out of reach. I mean, it kind of already is, but especially with the way Thomas is pitching. But, you know, you just want to keep adding runs if you can. It looks like the scoreboard now says 8 runs. That one fouled off.
It actually does say 8, but I've got 7.
I've got 7 also. Somebody will say something here in a minute if it's wrong.
Right.
And if we're wrong, we apologize. I don't think I missed any runs though.
I don't think so either.
It was just 1 on that last hit. They're probably just trying to reset it. Big cut there, and that'll end the side. And we'll head to the top of the 7th, where Eastview has its last 3 outs potentially to try to make some kind of noise here. Down to Rouse, 7-0. We're going to take a break. I'm Chuck Kracy with Mike Francis. You're listening to SHN Sports Rouse Raiders Baseball. We'll be right back.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Welcome back to Rouse High School. I'm here with Mike Francis. I'm Chuck Kracy with SHN Sports. Rouse Raiders lead the Eastview Patriots 7-0 here. The line reads 7 runs for Rouse, 7 hits on no errors, while the Eastview Patriots have no runs on 2 hits and 1 error. Thomas comes out to try to finish the game, see if he can get a complete game win here.
Leading off for the Patriots, number 13.
So the top of the order for Eastview is Reyes steps up to the plate and fouls the first delivery off almost straight back from Thomas. Thomas again working quickly and efficiently tonight for the Raiders. Big cut from Reyes for strike 2.
This is the first time tonight that Thomas has had Reyes in an 0-2 count. It's been 2-0.
Yeah, it's a 0-2 delivery here from Thomas. Reyes barely stays alive by fouling that one off. Just barely got a piece of it. It's still 0-2.
So far on the night, Thomas only seeing 1 more than the minimum. And Noah Reyes breaking the no-hitter in perfect game back in the last inning.
Thomas delivers the 0-2 pitch to Reyes. Not Noah, but Stephan Reyes. And it's inside for a ball. 1-2 is the count now. Reyes batting from the left side of the plate. Facing the lefty Thomas, or the righty Thomas, rather. Thomas delivers. Outside corner, gets him looking. Nice pitch. Just froze the hitter.
Just a beautiful, beautiful pitch from Hayden Thomas. And has been consistent throughout the game. And by the way, that's strikeout number 13.
Doing well. Camarillo coming up for Eastview. So Camarillo ready to face Thomas here. Here's the first delivery. Just misses that front outside corner for a ball. Had a wicked movement on that pitch. Camarillo able to lay off of it. 1-0 count now. Thomas delivers. Grabs that outside corner where he missed it on that first pitch. He brought it back in on that one. It's a 1-1 count now to Camarillo. Thomas ready to go home. I joked earlier, but I think he may have a date or something tonight because the way he's working through this lineup.
Right.
I don't know the kid personally, but you work like that, you got somewhere to be usually, or just determined. 1-2 delivery now. Thomas to Camarillo. Here's the pitch. A little bit high for a ball, count even now for Camarillo. One out here in the top of the 7th. Eastview down to their last couple of outs. Thomas wasting no time, starts his delivery. It's in the dirt for a ball, count full now. That was a wicked pitch, hard for Camarillo to lay off of. He did it, though. He must have been taken all the way. Payoff pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and Thomas.
Number 14.
Just dealing. You're going to have to find him a job at a casino somewhere. So who's coming up next? We got Sanchez, Juan Sanchez, number 21.
Number 21, Juan Sanchez. Now batting for the Patriots.
So Thomas, again, wasting no time delivering. That one looked like a strike, but it must have stayed up in the strike zone as it was called a ball. Thomas, again, quickly with a second delivery. It's a 1-1 count now to Sanchez. And Thomas looking to end this thing as quickly as he can. Now, one of the things that we try to do is have a player of the game, Mike, and obviously, and my vote's going to go with Thomas.
Nice. The guy standing on the hill right now.
Yeah, you got to give it to him, and what we'd like to do is get an interview with him. Although I'm not sure how long Coach spends talking to the team after the game, and maybe going forward we can award it to him this time, and then maybe going forward. We can make better plans to try to have the player of the game meet it like home plate after the game. This may be the game. Is Southern able to?
Lost
It's
it in the
off his
lights.
glove. He had it. He was in the right position to make the play, but you could see by the way he turned his head that he just couldn't see it there at the very end. Got the tip of his glove on it, but drops it.
He lost the track in the lights, and just like you said, he ducked his head.
Yeah, you could see he thought maybe it's going to hit me in the face. So he had to turn. If you don't see it, you don't see it. And so 2-2 delivery here from Thomas now after that.
Oh, that was a nice-looking pitch.
Yeah, Sanchez able to lay off of it, run the count full. That was very good patience, or he was fooled to the point where he just couldn't pull the trigger. Payoff pitch, driven into center field for a base hit. And Sanchez and the Eastview Patriots aren't ready to go away just yet. So coming up to the plate for Eastview will be Drake Rodriguez, the catcher.
Southern's probably kicking himself right now for not making that catch and giving another base hit.
Well, that's where it's important to get that padding for those extra runs.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 9, Jake Rodriguez.
So Rodriguez, with the flowing locks, steps into the box here to try to see if he can keep this Patriot rally, 2-out rally alive. Thomas, again, looking to end this and get that first W for Rouse here in 19-5A play. Thomas looks over to first, delivers home. Pitch high for a ball. Thomas again gets the signal, looks over to first base, starts his windup, delivers home. Outside for a ball, so we've got a 2-0 count now to the cleanup hitter, Drake Rodriguez of the Eastview Patriots. 2-0 delivery. Thomas starts the windup, delivers home. Big cut from Rodriguez. Nice pitch by Thomas. 2-1 is your count now with 2 outs.
Rouse not even concerned with the runner. They're not even trying to hold him on.
I wouldn't. I'd spend my focus on Rodriguez at the plate and Rodriguez takes that pitch thinking it's a ball. The count's going to be full now.
That's that fastball on the outside corner that he's worked all night long.
So we'll see what Thomas does with this delivery here. 2 outs. Gets him swinging, and that's the ball game. Rouse starts District 19-5A with a win. Will, going ahead, if you don't mind, I think we're in agreement here, Mike. We're going to give Hayden Thomas, the player of the game for Rouse, and, maybe we'll get him on the pregame interview with Coach, and we'll talk to him about his outing here because, read some of those stats that you were recording there. He faced almost the minimum.
He faced 2 more than the minimum, and he had 15 strikeouts on the night. I mean, how do you not give it to Hayden Thomas? He carried the defense on his arm with 15 strikeouts.
Excellent work on the mound, and there was good work at the plate. The Rouse Raiders doing what they need to get an early leg up here in 19-5A. So tune in. What is the next game? It's tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, Eastview, 7 o'clock.
But if they can't make it out to Georgetown, say you got to work late, you can tune in, go to shnsports.com and look for the link and click on it, and you can listen to the stream at your job or watch it. Mike will be here, and we'll have someone else from SHN covering play-by-play. But the Rouse Raiders put away the Eastview Patriots here to open District 19-5A. So tune in tomorrow, see what they do in Game 2 of this matchup with Eastview.
Rouse, with a non-district game this week as well, will be taking on Round Rock on Thursday.
That's a perennial power in baseball as well as 6A power. And so that's your game. Thank you for listening to SHN Sports. I'm Chuck Kracy with Mike Francis. We'll see you next time.
The proceeding was a presentation of the SHNSports.com broadcast network. This broadcast was under the direction and copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. On behalf of Rob Hip, Director of Operations, Carl Shoning, Director of Broadcasting, Mike Katz, the SHN Broadcast Academy Director, and all of our crews who make these broadcasts possible, we wish you well and thanks for joining us.